Hi, I'm Mark Jelan and I'm from STI College Batangas, and I'm currently taking up Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. And today I'm going to be answering questions and giving feedbacks that make me reflective of my journey towards our subject, Amadeus. And personally, as someone who's enjoyed the process, of just learning about this Amadeus, I want to give my very honest answer and most authentic feedback on my experience about this subject. And so, with that being said, I didn't script written anything or memorize anything. So without further ado, let's get right into the questions. So first and foremost, I learned just how vast the world of the airline industry is. And obviously, aside from being complex, it's like there's this other whole universe for the airline industry only. And so basically, in here you learn about creating a PNR or passenger name record. In here, first and foremost, you'll have to memorize or not necessarily memorize, but be familiar with the codes of our IATA codes of the country or destinations, and as well as the airlines. So in here, you will learn how to book a flight for a customer or a client, and then input the details of their names, contacts, and phone numbers, contacts, and their travel agency. And as well, if they have an infant with them, you'll learn how to request for a baby bassinet and such, and then request also particular meals like a vegan or gluten-free meal, something like that. And the very interesting about it is you get to learn, or you get to be really familiarized with the different countries and the destinations in the world that you initially had no idea of. So you learn how to connect these flights directly or indirectly with connecting points. And aside from the technicalities of all of it, of the subject, I learned most importantly is the habit of being prepared, coming into class prepared. For the whole process, I never came into class or in doing our laboratories unprepared. I never did that. So in this subject, if you really want to learn, if you really want yourself to do good in here, so you will have to take an effort or do an effort to be prepared, coming into class or the laboratory prepared. And there's no other way to do it. So just be prepared. Did I find the subject challenging? Yes, but difficult? No. First, not to undermine the impact or the challenges that comes with the subject or that comes with Amadeus. But in the subject, if you really just jot down your notes while your professor is discussing or teaching, and then study the night before the laboratory, it's really no question that you can also be able to nail those itineraries or PNRs. And I think it's just very great that or fortunate that I get to be adept or great or do good in this subject. And like I said a while ago, what I did to survive this subject is just come to class prepared. That's just it. I didn't do anything special or unique. I just simply jot down my notes, write my notes, and then study them the night before, and then that's it. And I always believe you can always do good too. Yes, very. And I've always thought that personally, Sir Miko is one of my favorite teachers to ever come across with. Although I just met him this third year. Because right from the start, it grew on me that the way he teaches, the way he says things, does things is very, very effective. He makes you want to prepare, he makes you want to study, and he makes you want to do good at this subject. And I don't only see it on myself, but surely from all of my classmates too. And I think the most two important things that I learned from you, sir, is the habit of being prepared and accountability, because in this subject, there's no one else that you can count on but yourself. And you, sir, was very good at projecting the impact of or the repercussions of this subject. And look at us, sir. I hope you're proud of us, and to see that at this point we're doing well, and most of us are doing great. And sir, we're very appreciative of the things that you do for us. So sir, if you are watching this part, and I just want to express my gratitude and say thank you for everything that you've done for us. Sir, we'll always be appreciative of the advices outside of Amadeus, but also in the advices that you give for us in real life. We're very appreciative of that, sir, and we certainly appreciate you. So sir, thank you, and I'll always wish you well, sir. I won't ever forget. You will always be remembered by me, and surely by all of us. Thank you, sir. Personally speaking, for me, I think the biggest benefit of learning Amadeus will be that I get to explore professionally jobs that involves doing Amadeus. And I'm very fortunate to have the thought of someday I'll be able to do a job that I personally love and get paid for it. And I think the funny thing about the benefit of learning Amadeus is it gets to be a bragging right to other tourism students as well. And and always the thought of walking around, especially freshman tourism students, and scaring them of just being how hard it can be. The Amadeus it's always fun to do. Yeah, so I think that's the biggest two of the biggest benefits for me of learning Amadeus is professionally and as a tourism student itself. I think my advice for the upcoming students who will take up the subject is to not let nervousness dictate the outcome. Especially if you've studied for the whole night, you've studied every day leading up to the exam, and do not let it dictate how you would act, how you would behave. Do not let it affect you to the point that you lose your ability to trust yourself. It's always important to remind yourself what you're capable of. So the very important thing to do is to trust yourself and trust what you can be capable of doing. And while doing the hard work, it's always very important, to have fun with it and enjoy the process. And after it's all been said and done, you look back at it. I personally look back at it now with always a fond light. And so one thing is you always have to trust yourself and believe in yourself.